everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at LEGO set 40412 Hagrid and Buckbeak Brickheadz. This set has 270 pieces. It's a Harry Potter set, Brickheadz number 102 and 103. If this set retailed normally, it would have cost $19.99 or $20. And this set, it didn't retail like that. It was a gift with purchase when you purchased Harry Potter Lego over $100 on Lego Shop at Home or in stores, around the same time that Diagon Alley released. I got this set in conjunction with Diagon Alley. I figure that's how most people typically got it, but it's a pretty interesting set. I do wish it had a wider release, but I understand why it didn't, although I've never heard of Brickheadz being done as gift with purchases before. Taking a look at the rest of the box, we've got nothing on the side here. On the back, we just have a closer up look on the two Brickheadz, then how they fit on the stands. On the side here, we have a realistic version of Hagrid and Buckbeak from the movie. Now, before we take a look at the set, one thing I wanted to mention is the manual. Unlike normal dual pack Brickheadz, both Hagrid and Buckbeak are featured on the covers of their manuals. Normally they have just one manual for Hagrid, just one manual for Buckbeak is what it should have been. Because the Ron and Dumbledore were like that, the Mandalorian and the Child were like that. I'm not sure why they broke the traditional form here and did something different. I don't really like it, but it is what it is. There's a little advertisement in the back of the Hagrid manual for the other Harry Potter sets from 2020, and nothing but the pieces list in the back of the Buckbeak manual. But without further ado, let's get these Brickheadz out here. And here are both of them built up. They look very, very nice in conjunction with each other. I do appreciate the sizing, how Hagrid's a little taller than a normal Brickhead. Here's Harry Potter next to him for scale. I feel like Hagrid could have been a little bit taller, but, there's still a couple studs of difference there. So now that we have these two out here, let's take a look at Hagrid first, and then following up with Buckbeak. This Hagrid character has no printed pieces other than his eyes, which I find very, very cool because they were able to perfectly capture his likeness without any prints. He's got a little belt buckle right there. He's got his lantern piece and his umbrella. Those are the exact same accessories given to his minifigure. I do like how they look dwarfed by his giant physique here. It definitely, adds to the largeness of his figurine. He's got some very nice coat right there. They used these 2x4 pieces to get the detailing for his coat. And you can see it comes down past his legs and everything, which are taller than normal Brickhead legs. Just thought I'd point that out right there. Putting him back on the stand, though, he's got a very large forehead. I don't really like how it's so blocky up here. They didn't try to cover this up at all. It looks a little awkward. I noticed the same thing with a couple other Brickheads in the past. I don't know. It just seems like he's a huge forehead, and it's just so squared off. I like when they kind of round it out and add some hair along the sides to make it look more natural. But speaking of his hair, it's identical on both sides of his head, and it's got the really nice ragged stud look that gives it the whole curly, messy aspect that Hagrid is so known for. And it's got some really good tiling on the back, and it's kind of like a really nice 3D. Kind of runs down here with those clip pieces. On the top, it's pretty much flat. It's got a 2x3 up there. Overall, very, very good Brickhead. Definitely like him. And I will say I was a little disappointed in the original Brickhead's Harry Potter stuff when we didn't get Hagrid, so I'm very happy to see him here. And now we have Buckbeak. Buckbeak isn't really a normal Brickheadz by any definition. I mean, the head is a Brickhead, but the whole body and everything, it breaks so much of the, traditional Brickhead form. It leaves me with a lot of questions here. But taking a look at the head, you can see we got the printed eyes. We got some very nice texturing to get the feather detailing. We've got a really good beak and everything. And it's got some nice detailing up here. There's what the top of the head looks like. Coming down, I'm pulling this off. It's really just, the classic Brickhead's head. But when we look at the body, we got the wings, which clip on to 3 studs right there. That's what the wings look like. You can attach those, and you can adjust them however you want if you want to have Buckbeak doing different positions and everything. But they're supposed to just clip on like that. You got the tail in the back, which is quite large. And the way this clips onto the stand is you have these awkward feet pieces. I mean, I think they probably could have done something better, but that's what we get. And it just kind of clips on the front there, and then the hind legs just rest on no studs, so it's a little loose and kind of top heavy. You can see how the legs are put on, and I don't know, it doesn't really feel like a Brickheadz to me because of the body. I feel like maybe if they had Buckbeak sitting down, they could have gotten the more normal kind of stance. I mean, they've done animals before and they've looked better, like there was Pluto and everything, and this just doesn't seem to feel like a Brickhead to me. The sizing is also kind of awkward. I mean, I know Brickhead sizing isn't great. The scales are all all whack and everything, but I don't know. Something about this Buckbeak just seems kind of off to me. But, I mean, overall, it's good, it's faithful, and it definitely looks like it should. All right, overall, I'd rate this set like a 8 out of 10. The Hagrid is stellar, absolutely perfect. The Buckbeak is really good for what they tried to do. It doesn't really fit in with the rest of the Brickheadz, but it still looks great. You can tell what it is, and it's very cute, good display piece. And that's really what the Brickheadz are. They're great display pieces. And I mean, for a gift with purchase, this is excellent value. I mean, it's worth $20 easily, and it's going to be very rare and sought after, especially if you have the other Harry Potter Brickheadz like I do. I mean, I'd say I recommend this to all of you, but you can't get this anymore. I mean, if you can find it cheap on a third-party site or something, I mean, go buy it. It's definitely worth it. It's a great building experience and offers pretty good value, but don't spend too much for it. That's just my thoughts, though. So thank you guys so much for watching. Got nothing else to say here. I want you all to have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the very next video, and make sure to comment down below with anything you want to see next.